Good afternoon, everyone. It's your girl Jennifer Denny, aka the Black Honey Badger. I'm coming to y'all today with my very last written blog post. Yay! Well, not really because I have two others that I'm not going to be. Good afternoon, everyone. It's your girl Jennifer Denny, because they were really depressive posts, and I didn't want to do y'all like that at all. So, what I'm gonna do is kind of give you a little background on this particular post. Because if you remember, when I read y'all my first post, I said I go from begging black women to blasting them. This is the blast post right here. So, black women, if you don't want to hear the smoke or the shade, I suggest you turn off the video now. Um, the name of the post is "What Happened to the Good Woman?" in the phrase "Behind every good man is a good woman. Where's she at?" So again, in this post, it's very angry, it's accusatory, and it was all of my feelings. What happened was, Mark Black started watching Angry Man, so I started watching Angry Man, and I had these two dueling, fighting things in my head. One side was he's so right. And I so know that he's right. And the left is like, no, I'm not that kind of woman. I'm a unicorn. That's why I say to this day, I'm not a unicorn. But I had these conflicting feelings. And it's kind of resentment. You know what I mean? Because I was kind of being called out on my past bullshit. And as you know, black women don't like that shit. So this post was me like spewing it all out and kind of letting it sit there. This was the vitriol that I was feeling, and it was kind of coming up like I was regurgitating it. So here is what I wrote. Now I'm gonna read a paragraph and then I'm gonna expound on it, like I did last night. Just bear with me, y'all. So you know, you know what happened. You know that whiteists have made it so that we benefit from further helping them put our black men even further in a corner. You know that they gave us the primacy of place in order to keep their real enemy, the black man, subdued. Then you continue the cycle by birthing more black boys to be in service to you, to live for you, to die for you. Who the fuck are you? Oh, by the way, it's going to be explicit as hell, so, gird your loins. Who are you to demand their existence not only begins with you, but then as they're going about their lives, when we know how much it costs for them to be able to breathe daily, that it ends because you say so? These are human beings, not poker chips or dice for you to roll. How dare you forget that it was, is, and always will be black men who will go out there and fight for us so that we can be free. Micah X, Cosmo, Denmark Vesey, Nat Turner, Martin Luther King, Malik Al-Shabazz. Need I say more? There are men to this day fighting and dying for us. And for what? For them to be treated as less than human? Again, I ask, who the fuck are you? Who sent you? Now, as y'all can see, I started off long and strong because, again, that conflicting feelings that I was feeling from Angry Man was that it's true. We have become their adversaries instead of their partners. And it was just hitting me for like over a week that this is the truth. What he's saying is the truth. And it is, hey, Unsunken One and Darker Visions, peace to y'all. It was so hard for me to wrap my mind around. It was hard for me to envision that somehow in my 20s and 30s, I was being ratchet. I was being a bitch to men who loved and supported me. I had to deal with my own past and realize that in wanting the perfect gentleman, I slighted everybody else. In wanting to have someone of my own, I I was harsh to black men. And not only that, what I've seen as I was growing up and as I was helping people raise their children, I've seen it too. So I had to reconcile all of that in my mind to figure out where I am now. You know what I mean? I know where I am now. I'm more evolved, but I was just there. I was just like what they call a ratchet. I might have been a little less ratchet, but I'm just saying I had those same feelings. I believed the bullshit and the black men ain't shit. They kept propaganding. Sorry, they kept feeding us. Fuck it, I can't remember. I pronounced the word. Um, so I had all of that in me, and I just couldn't get it out. So I just went to the library one day and I sat there and I wrote everything I was feeling. And so this is the product of that. Now the next paragraph is called My Apology. Oh, peace, Shar. Peace, sister. How are you? My apology. I am only apologizing for one thing. I have been soft shoeing, cooning, and stepping in fetching, trying to educate black women on something you already know. I and others have been treating you like we treat white people to try to make them realize something that is known to them. I have been dancing around the issues with titles such as Black Men Need Protection, Black Women Don't You See? Yeah, fuck that. Y'all see. Y'all just don't care. It doesn't benefit you to care. Well, it no longer benefits me and mine to treat you as if you are white people, the white people, the black people. Because, boo-boo, that is how you act. So no more soft shoeing, no more using soft power with you. You neither respect it nor understand it. You all, and I include myself in this, act as though it's supposed to be a treasure to be with you. That black man who chooses you as his partner must give up everything to be with you while you give him crumbs. Bitch, please. And then if he doesn't give you all, he ain't shit. Or another scenario, you end up with an abuser and then make the next man you are with pay through the nose for all the shit the previous man put you through. That's not fair to the new guy. He ain't do you wrong. He's trying to be with you and be your partner. And on this, I ask again, who the fuck are you? There are men who worship at the altar of the black woman, and what do we give them for their faith? Dust and crumbs. They might as well be back on the plantation, buck dancing for Massa and Missy. Did you hear that? I just equated you to slave owners. You have now copied the behavior that we indict white people of. You've become the black skin whitest. Congratulations. And you wonder why there's such a thing as MGTOWs. Why would a man sign up for that? Ask yourself if those degrees and pedigrees you have will keep you warm at night. If being professionally competent during the day will stop a white man by itself from taking from you your dignity, your respect, how your very life. And again, I say, they have given us the primacy of place instead of us bringing that bag home to the man who's in our corner and have him help you figure out how to flip it and find a way to yank back all that was stolen. We keep the bag and tell him he got to find a way to bring in more because your bag is for you. I say again, who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? Now, again, I say, this was hard as hell for me to write. I had to dig deep within myself and just lay it all on the table. Because there's no way that we as black women don't know what the manosphere is saying. What they want is your respect, is your loyalty, is to treat them with dignity. Why is that so hard for you? Why is it hard for you to treat a man as if he's worth something, but you want him to treat you like you're worth something, right? That's what you want. You want affection. You want this. You want that. And you want his bag too. Yeah, that's some bullshit. I'm just saying. All right. My next paragraph is, where's she at? Where's she at? The title of this post asks an apt question. Where are the good women at? We have become a caricature of what we used to be. We used to be the soft power behind our strong men. We used to raise our daughters and sons to continue in that vein. building a nation of beautiful black men and women to continue our race and to be respected. I'm not talking about the respect of pale people. I'm talking about the respect and love that we have for one another. We held our men in the highest respect and regard, gave them the big piece of chicken. Somehow, and I really don't know how, we lost that. We lost Big Mama and Grandpa. We've tried to become as hard as men. Why? Because some white man told some feminine to tell you that you can do it by yourself. You are not a strong, independent black woman. There is no such thing. Look at the woman who wrote the song Independent Women, Beyonce Knowles. She has never been independent. She went from the comfort of her mother and father who sacrificed for her to get her where she is to her husband, Jay-Z. Show me where she was at all independent. No, baby, what the word you're looking for is interdependent. We are all interdependent. We all rely on each other. Do yourself a favor and knock that shit off before the man you attract actually tells you to be by yourself, because that can happen. Then what you gonna do? I know under all that bluster, white acceptance of liquor, and all that hard shell you erected around yourself is a scared, lonely ass, fucked up woman begging for love and acceptance. If you can dismantle what you erected, learn to fix the mess that is inside of you, go seek therapy and learn some tools on how to let all that hurt go, and show our men that you really do care and are willing to give as good as you're getting. Oh, and learn to be a woman again, using soft power, being feminine, and learn that submission is actually a way to take the burden of life completely off your shoulders and be in cooperation with your man while he takes on the world. We might actually have something that resembles a collective, a community, instead of whatever it is we have now. Now, as far as being a lady, being submissive, and using soft power, I will say this. Because of the trauma that I went through as a child, I erected this huge Empire State Building sized structure around myself and my heart so that I wouldn't be hurt. Because the crazy part is that I found that every interaction that I had as a child with parents, with other loved ones, hurt me in some way, put me in a corner, abused me in some way. Every interaction, well, all I ever wanted was love, made me hard, made me try to be that independent woman, which is bullshit. It made me try to be somebody I wasn't. It made me okay to be alone, because alone was at least better than getting hurt. But the problem with that is that you not only keep out the bad, you keep out the good too. There are good people in your life who want to just be let in so they can help you, so they can be with you and love you. But that shit you erected around yourself is keeping everything out, the good and the bad. In every life, there is struggle. There is hardship. There is pain. I believe Mark Black said something along the lines of, I can't remember. He said something about how struggle makes you better. Struggle is how coal is turned into diamonds. That pressure. We are all that. We are all diamonds. Some of us got more coal around us than the others. So what I would implore you to do is to go seek mental health counseling. I have, in a matter of probably 2 months, felt better about myself and my relationships since I went. Therapy is the snake oil that actually works. All right, now back to this post. But after hearing what I have heard and seeing what I have seen, I realize I have to be hard on you. Everyone and their mama, except pale people, are afraid to talk to us. Pull us up by our ear and say, hey, you fucking up. So here I am. I am sure you're asking yourselves a couple of questions at this point and listening to me. Questions like, who the fuck am I, right? Where do I get off calling you out in this manner? Baby, if not me, then who? Let me tell you who I am. I am the black honey badger, and I was just like you. I had erected this huge building, like I said, Empire State size around me. This wall was built to protect me from predators, as I have had a few in my life, just like you. I am no better than you. I was you. In some facets, I still am. Hard outer shell holding a gooey center, making men work to repel themselves over my walls. I mean, come on, fool me once, shame on me, right? But while having this wall has helped me to keep our predators at bay, it's also kept people I really wanted in, making me someone who has a hard time expressing emotion. I have a hard time letting people know that I need them. So I'm telling you from experience. Listen to mama. I'm telling you from experience that that building you have around you is now maladaptive. Put it down. Like I said, who am I? I am a more evolved version of you. Right now, baby, I am the mama you need to listen to. We are fucking up. For those of you who are so steeped in this bullshit, wake the fuck up. Listen to mama. Our boys who we made are begging us to stop and listen to them. Stop listening to feminists. There is no black male hegemony keeping us down. Hegemony keeping us down. That shit never existed. We, black women, are so respected and loved by our male counterparts that men don't want to talk bad about us. We have become sacred cows. All right, so black men need protection, right? That's basically been like 4 or 5 of my posts, put it up on the blog. Black men need protection. That's kind of why I started this thing. But now instead of protection by you, it's now become protection from you. You are making an enemy of the one you need most. And that is sad as fuck. Do you know what's worse? We know. We know that men who speak about black women reforming their race are right. We know in our heart of hearts that we need to straighten the fuck up and stop being flightless birds and fly right. We just don't want to. It doesn't benefit you to. But there will come a day when we no longer have the choice of whether to change or not. We will either change or die. And I don't know about you, but I ain't ready to go just yet. I got things to do. So as far as me, I've gone to some therapy to get help breaking down this crazy ass building I've erected around my heart. I would suggest that you do the same thing. Because when the shit show starts, and we will need every black person alive to help us get to a place where we aren't under threat. A place where black boys and men aren't either in jail or in coffins. We need to take responsibility for putting them in this position because it was us. We are at fault. We let pale feminists take us on this crazy trip we never needed to be on. We are God in our communities, and we trade that for degrees and having to have the Buddha whiteism off our backs, and off our necks and onto our backs. But baby, it's still there. You know it, I know it. Just because they have decided to co-opt us and it's worked, doesn't mean that the Buddha isn't there or that you have helped kill our black men. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and live with the fact that you not only sold out your soul, you sold your baby boy's soul in the process to get a better place in society that was created solely to utilize us in every way, to steal, to kill, and destroy us. How do you live with that? How do you live with that knowledge that you got to come up just so you can keep black men in a more marginalized place, more marginalized than black people? How do you live with yourself with that? How do you sleep at night with just your pedigrees? How do you sleep at night knowing that you sold out the baby boy that you say you love, the men that we say we love? You sold them out. How does it feel? All right, so that's it for me, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everybody who came into the chat. Well, of course, my Black Unsunken one, Just Ask Shar, Albert Bird. It has been a pleasure talking to you. Oh, Darker Visions, right? And also my road dog that is not in the chat, Rhoda Lloyd. I want to thank her especially. And I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. And to all my Black Honey Badgers, keep your hearts clear. clear, your mind's pure, and your claws sharp.